you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus. WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of sky cams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong. Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
All righty. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here on WLBT Plus. We're going to hop into everything that you need to know as we are going to be tracking out some strong to severe storms. So a bit of a foggy start for us here in central Mississippi. Again, it's not widespread, but we do have that the chance for some overnight storms, a big cool off on the way. So right now, what you are expecting early this morning, it's quiet, cool. We're starting to warm up, mid 70s. Again, still foggy further off to the south in Monticello. I'm showing you that live picture just so that you can kind of get a grasp of what's going on out there. Very clear conditions further off. I'm looking at that camera off to the side. Macomb, as well as the Renaissance County Park, looking fairly quiet. You look off to the west, and you're seeing some storms just outside of Shreveport, and we're going to see this line of systems roll into our forecast into the night tonight. So right now, a live view of our satellite radar showing you that we are looking at some rainfall off to the west. We have a slight risk, level 2 out of 5 risk zone for you here in central Mississippi for your day today. Tuesday, we have that marginal risk. That's mainly for the overnight hours tonight and into tomorrow morning. So you might be thinking, Chase, well, what does that yellow mean? And what's the difference in the yellow and the green? We're all going to be looking at the same threats. Large hail, damaging winds, and flash flooding will be a concern for you tonight. So you need to make sure as you are going to bed that you have your alerts set. You have everything on to make sure that you're aware of what's going on into the forecast. Tornadoes, although the threat is low, is not zero. So let's talk about this. We're actually going to go model by model. And this is what I like to do whenever we talk about severe weather, because I like to look at the contrast between the couple models that we use. So this is the HER. This is one of our high-resolution models that we use a lot of the time when it comes to short-range forecasting. So showing fairly dry, we have a chance for some isolated storms to fire up anywhere from, I'd say, about this model saying 4 p.m. going into the evening hours tonight. Some of those storms, as they move south, we'll have that southerly track in terms of that westerly flow. So what that means, and I'm from Dallas, North Texas, we get this flow all the time. You get that strong cold front developing off the plains, moves in off the Rockies, and a lot of the time as it swings down from the west, you get that southerly wind driving in a lot of that Gulf moisture. So I'm sorry for hitting that, but whenever you talk about that forcing coming in from the west, the flow coming in from the south, what happens here? You know, what happens when they cross? That's what creates that rotation where you get that contrast wind flow right into that system. So you see some of those hooks. That's what we could easily see was we get that forcing from the west and that's wind from the south. So a lot of mating going on there. Easy to see some quick spin up tornadoes embedded in those storms. I just want you to be aware of that. This system right there has a lot of those hooks just outside into the lower delta. So that's what we're going to be looking for the highest chance for the spin up tornadoes ahead of that main line. This is around midnight tonight. So I want you to be aware our worst system, the worst of the system will be after 8 p.m. I put 5 p.m. on a lot of the graphics because I think it's likely that we could see some isolated storms fire up after around 5 p.m. But the main line moves on into the overnight hours. Then thankfully, this model has it dying off into much of the night tonight. So that's a look at the HER. Let's look at the graph. Another one of our high resolution models that we like to look at here into the day today. So still showing a chance for some pop-up showers and storms into the afternoon around the evening commute times. Again, those cells are something that we're going to be keeping a close eye on. And then this main line, this system, or see, look at that, right outside of in the lower delta, we have those cells popping up ahead of the line. If any of those cells pop up as that forcing comes on through, it'll eat up a lot of that instability and a lot of the energy. But that will then cause a good bit of strong to even severe weather. Again, if you have any questions about your area, do not be afraid to ask. And this system is moving on out by Friday morning. So again, I'm making sure that you're aware. That's what we're looking at right now. Obviously, this can change. But for now, that is what we're going to be looking at early this morning. So the model runs will change throughout the day today. Just making sure that you have an updated look of everything that you need to know in your forecast. The good news is for the rest of the week, we're going to be tracking very cool and calm weather into much of Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday. So you're heading on out for the Egg Bowl. Going to be looking pretty good. We do have a next chance for rainfall into Saturday and into Sunday. So that's something that we will be keeping a close eye on. Regardless, 7-day forecast for some rain, 2 to 4 inches over the next 7 days, most of which falling into the day today. So especially into areas off to the northwest, I think it's likely we could see upwards of 2 to 4 inches just within the span of 48 hours. So flash flooding, again, is a concern. So that's what we're talking about. Let's go back a little bit, though. The Egg Bowl. If you're heading on up to Starkville, your Egg Bowl breakdown into the morning, 40 degrees and partly cloudy skies. We'll see more heavy cloud cover move into the forecast into the afternoon and evening area. So just make sure you're being aware that we're going to be keeping a very close eye on this forecast. I know it says night twice, but in reality, it's afternoon. Afternoon will be in the 50s. Night will be into the 40s again. So otherwise, you'll see some more travel impact from this weekend storm system into Saturday and Sunday. I just want you to be aware of that if you are planning to travel today and tomorrow, you will see impacts. And if you plan on traveling into the weekend after Thanksgiving, you will see impacts. So just make sure you're aware of what's going on. The good news is after this storm system rolls through tonight, we're going to be seeing a big cool off just in time for Thanksgiving. Our temperatures down into the 50s for the day on Thursday and Friday. So a cold Egg Bowl day, that's for sure. But again, if you have any questions, please do not be afraid to ask me at any point, at any time in the day. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you got for me. But for now, I'm going to sign off, and Meteorologist Ashley Civic will have more updates and more details at 11 a.m. And then we'll have Meteorologist, not only Ashley Civic, but Elisa Ushman here for the evening hours tonight to make sure that you have all the updated information into what you need. But that's all I got for you right now. I'll be back here early tomorrow morning to make sure you have updates live and online as the system rolls on through. So have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and enjoy the nice warm weather.